It looks like perforations. You see the shadow? It's like perforations on the
film.
That's what I was standing on my film. The Jurassic technology of... Hey, nasa ba yung... wait, while you're still at it, I'm going to show you.
Oh, his camera.
Oh, nice.
I got to shoot my film. That's a perfect shot from the duende.
Inner duende.
It's a living duende.
Okay, you guys ready?
Ready?
In Perfumed Nightmare, you create a myth, which is the myth of Kidlat Tahimik, because of course, you weren't born Kidlat. You created Kidlat for the film. Could you explain us what does Kidlat mean, first of all, but also how you gave birth to Kidlat?
Well, probably many of you know Kidlat means lightning, and Tahimik means quiet, the quiet lightning. When I released the film, towards the end, the Berlin Festival had selected it. They said, "Oh, aren't you going to put any credits at the end of the film?" And yeah, I found those stamps, space age stamps, and I decided to type. I was even saving money. I forgot to buy a new typewriter ribbon. If you had difficulty reading those, as I was typing it, the name of the character in the film from the start had been Kidlat Tahimik, and I guess 2.5 years of editing, seeing it fast forward, fast backwards, I was quickly becoming Kidlat Tahimik. I think it's more a spiritual goal for me too. I'd like to be one day just a pure energy and not having to make a lot of loud sounds.
Okay, maybe we don't have to do our sex in the terraces. Maybe we can go straight to our story about Inabian. Let's do our own stories with our own way. Hey, how did you tell stories in the past? Apanoyak, how did you tell stories without a German reflex? Or the French Bonio or the Japanese Sony? Can we make a film without Apocalypse Now? Mitchell, high-speed camera?
When you flow with cosmic time, no? Yung bathala na attitude, let the time reap its moment. We have our little duende in us, who is our way of framing the world with our special background. When you're determined to get to the finish line, with or without your big resources, I think the important thing is that your story has what I call your duende, your inner duende, your inner esprit that has to tell the story. If you must look at Kurosawa or Spielberg or Coppola, don't copy them. Understand how their duendes woke up so that they could tell their story.
You did it your own way. We told stories with our very own. We can tell stories with our own local technology. Yes!
My best friend is Ifugao elder, Lopez Nauyak. He always mispronounced the word indigenous. Say, we indigenous people are taken for granted. Kaya lahat ng pelikula ko is always about finding the way to be a typhoon, to assert ourselves in this world.
Take a look at my little installation outside. It's about the battle of two goddesses of the winds. The goddess of the winds of Ifugao, who defied the gods, fighting the goddess of wind of Hollywood.
I think if you really look through, it's a lot of second violence in there. One day I finally got Werner Herzog to sit and watch my work copy. And we sat down and we looked at that sequence as part of the whole thing. And then I told him my insecurity at the end of that session. I said, you know, Werner, I want to, I might have to get rid of this film because it seems to slow down the story. Isn't that the big thou shalt not, don't let the story slow down. And everybody says it's too much of a detour. And he says, oh, Kidlat, but you are best in your detours. So the sequence states. I had quit my job as an economist in Paris. I was trying to earn a quick buck. I found the Munich Olympics as a way to earn, and that's why I ended up in Munich. I tried to make, you know, the Olympic mascots. Every Olympic has a mascot, and I thought if I would make the Dachshund into a souvenir for the Olympics, I would be able to retire from being an economist and write a play that I wanted to write. Anyway, what happened was, because of I arrived with all my goods, and when the Olympic hostage crisis happened, I got stuck in Munich with 25,000 mascots. I was literally leashed to 25,000 dogs. But anyway, it must have been a blessing. I ended up being so bankrupt, I had to move in with a commune of artists who were living outside of Munich. These artists included painters, sculptors, poets, and a filmmaker from that who you saw on the film. And also I met my wife, and eventually met my baby in that commune, but that's another story. Anyway, this film student had an exercise one day. On that day, the professor of video was absent, and the substitute professor was Werner Herzog. So we did a 10-minute exercise, and after having to deal with the student and critiquing, then he came to me and said, Kidlat, are you a professional actor? And I said, I just played, and it was fun playing. Good. I hate professional actors. You know, of course, he was referring to Klaus Kinski. But whatever that was, he took down my name and address. He contacted me 6 months later and put me in his film. I have a role in the Kaspar Hauser film. Those of you who've seen it, it's 1974. That's when I sold him my jeepney. You're about to do your next film. You want to have a happy crew car for your production? Kidlat, that is just what I need. So I sold my jeepney and was able to get my mix in time for the Berlin Festival of 1977.
Indigenous filmmaking, please come. Inambian, who will play the role of Inambian? Goddess of the Wind. Berenice, who will take that role? Please come tomorrow. Wear your native gear and come topless. Okay, tomorrow we bring back the local story. Independent cinema!
Okay, cut.